OTP. Okay. I start the recording. So we can handle OTP. Just think how can we handle OTP? Okay. OTP is like,
A
let's say,
dynamic XPath.
huh?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. Just think for a minute. How can we handle OTP? From so you haven't created a framework, that's totally fine. But just have a think to it. What is an OTP? What is OTP? Full form?
One-time password.
And then pass. Okay. So it comes only for a while, right?
Correct.
So now you tell me, if the password only occurs for a while and it is having a time limit, okay,
Correct.
how we can tackle it?
Wait, we have to give and then uh, while writing the XPath, the dynamically we are writing.
Okay, sure, expert can be
Scenario,
done.
while writing test cases, we can give that if the time limit exceeds, it should fail
Mhm.
the test case, something like that.
Okay, that's good. Second scenario. So dynamic expert, of course, expert should be dynamic. That's good. Time limit, we know we can do it. Okay, what's another suggestion? So you have guys have already learned Selenium and API. Think creatively. What are the other ways of handling OTP? Okay, Pavitra also was saying something, right?
Yes, sir. OTP we can handle, but captcha we can't able to handle.
Okay, just come to the OTP part. How you can handle OTP?
For that, we need to integrate some third-party apps, sir. Means it dynamically it should take OTP. Phone numbers means dummy phone numbers we can give. So for that OTP will come. Not sure, sir, exactly.
Okay, so I'll give you some suggestions since you have already got two suggestions. Okay, first, so let me share the screen. Okay, let's discuss this.
Sir, in the API, in the sense taking a
Ah,
token,
this is what
we
I want. Yes, good, good. So let's say you're getting an OTP here. Okay, something you want to type here, right? Let's say OTP is something you call 895670909. Okay, this is my OTP, and I have to enter here. I have to click on here something, and I have to validate whether OTP has entered successfully or not. This is a scenario. Okay, now you have to take this text previously. This element, this will be like unique element. Okay, if I inspect it, so I know how to get an XPath to it. Okay, forget about this part. This part is already written. It's a boring thing. Now you have to get a OTP. OTP can be either get from API. Let's go to Pent. Okay. So backend, API, front end. Okay. So I'm just writing here front end, API layer, and backend. Okay. Front and API backend. Now, so here you want to enter OTP in this place. Okay. So the request, you understand, right? This front end generates request to directly, and that's an API only. It gets a response from the backend, right? Now, let's say we have an endpoint, something like API slash OTP. There will be some URL here slash API slash OTP question mark time equal to 180. Something it will be there. Now, this one is parallel executed to get an API data, or you can also get it from backend. Okay. So backend, let's say, write create, select OTP from, let's say, OTP table. And you'll define something like you'll also write something here. I'll just write where OTP, like something, let's say I think star maybe search star. Okay, so now first step you have to follow. First step, you don't have to get an XPath here. First step, you have to get an OTP to enter here, right? That OTP can be granted or can come from either an API. If you run this API, you'll get a JSON response of an OTP. Extract the OTP. I think we have seen previously how to extract OTP. We have also seen automation framework. Okay, till this point, understood?
Sir.
Okay. Second thing, if you are easily connected to backend, you can run a query. Right. Now, third thing you can do is open here, enter the OTP, some OTP. Okay. Add a hard wait. We know it is for 180 seconds. Okay. Add a hard wait. Wait for 180 seconds. Click on enter. Now you'll get a OTP expired. Okay. Run this test again. Add the same thing. Immediately validate. Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Now, in my company, we use something called Splunk. Have you guys heard of Splunk?
No, sir.
Okay, just Google it. So, Splunk is a very good tool where all the queries, JSON responses, everything can be stored. Okay, if the data is there, data can be stored. We have something called SQL database, right? Splunk uses queries. So we write queries like this in the Splunk, right? And we get an OTP. Some people, the same company, takes an API, gets an OTP. As soon as OTP is triggered, this API is run in the backend. So there is a mixture of API test and a UI test. When I say UI test, Selenium testing and also front end API test. Both tests it will work. Now, how will you figure it out? It depends on you how you will test it. Now, we have already thought all these things, right? It's just based on our imagination, we can do it. Okay. Now, regarding CAPTCHA. Oh, before going to CAPTCHA, any doubts in this regard?
No, sir. Got it.
Okay.
One is
So,
OTP,
regarding
and the
guessing.
second way is like if it is connected to backend, then we can run a query, right, sir?
See, any OTP, if you are creating an account, let's say you log into Amazon, right? You can log in by either password or you can log in by OTP. So OTP goes to your phone, right?
Correct.
How will it know that OTP should come to your phone? So there is a backend data. As soon as you add an exact mail ID, it already recognizes, it runs a query in the backend. Okay, fetch the phone number for this mail ID. Let's say mail ID is rajesh@gmail.com. Fetch the phone ID for rajesh@gmail.com. The phone number pops up and the OTP, SMTP request goes. Right? What are the protocol it is? Here we are using HTTP protocol, sending an email, sending a message to the phone number, it's another protocol. It's already triggered. So query within a query, if you have subqueries, double queries in the join, outer join, if you've got also that, you'll understand it. Okay. Internally, API request, API is hit, and you'll get a response of an API. Right?
Yes, sir.
Then from the mobile phone, you'll get an OTP, you'll enter it. unless and until a backend or an API is involved, you can never achieve anything on the front end, right? Our front end looks like this only. Let's say this is my front end. I can hover it, it looks really good. There is AI mode, I'm feeling lucky. Without the backend, it is just HTML and CSS or JavaScript. Click functionality, just click on it, that's it. So to data to pop up, open Meteo, whatever, if I just enter it, now this is a request and response happening. This entire thing is the art of a database and APIs. And design part, anyhow, it's a front end. It's a different page altogether. But the data works comes from a database.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's go to capture. So capture, initially it was designed to test manually, right? Let's say query capture, whatever it is. Okay. So how it will identify I'm not a robot? For example, if I'm running a test, I've launched through Selenium, I've clicked on it, it will directly identify me as a robot or it's a test. Because the moment of test will be like this, straight. It will like this or it will come like this. Humans go in a zigzag mode. Okay. Human go in a zigzag mode. So routine Selenium tests cannot do it. But AIs can do it. AIs can mimic like humans. So there was a recent study, even the CAPTCHA, ChatGPT, or any of the AIs, they can easily do it. So we have to make sure reCAPTCHA is also not a final authentication to see as a human. Okay, if I click here like this, it will ask us to verify. Okay, so now there are many AIs that can detect images. So it says bus. I have to take this image internally. AI should run a network, CNN or a trained agent. It has to run. It can do it. Okay. If you have integrated agent in your framework, it can easily do it. But for OTP, we can easily use traditional framework. We can do it.
Yes, sir.
Any
Clear.
more questions?
No, sir. Clear.
Clear? Okay. Good. So let's start with Jenkins today. So how do we start Jenkins, guys? There are two ways to start. How do we start Jenkins? We have created Jenkins in the previous class. So we'll not create it here because already it's there. Yes or no? Guys,
Yes, sir.
am I audible? Okay. Not understanding that you guys are responding or not. Okay. So if not, if Jenkins is stopped, just type net start Jenkins. Okay. It's here, it says access denied. Then what we will do? Open command prompt, run as administrator, click on yes, net start Jenkins. Okay. What does it say?
The service is already been started.
It started. So tell me, how do I open Jenkins? Guys, you should remember last time. How would I have done the mock if simple? How do we start Jenkins?
Should open Jenkins from website and give the username password.
No. That's okay. That's we have done, right? See
Yeah.
how the hosting will work. I do have to host Jenkins in my website. See, what is this called? What is this? Google.com. Where is the
URL.
host? Protocol. What is host? Where it is hosted? You forgot, huh? APIs. What is the URL, URI, host, protocol? Guys, you forgot or you want me to tell again? What is this?
Protocol.
What is HTTPS?
Protocol.
Protocol. What is this?
URL.
Host.
Host.
What is this? Anything after that? URI.
URL.
That's why we add an endpoint, right? Similarly. So, if this is a host, how do I host Jenkins in my laptop? Easy only, guys. Remember Jenkins class. How do I host? See, can I host google.com locally? Okay. Tell me where it is going. The request is coming to my system.
Yes, sir.
Request is coming to my system. Huh? Is my system server for Google?
No, sir.
No, right? So it is hosted somewhere, right?
Correct.
So Jenkins, if I want to start in Jenkins, did we host QA Circle Jenkins? No, yes. Dharni, Pavitra, guys.
Localhost. Yeah.
What's the port?
8080.
Got?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what is the host here?
Localhost. Local server.
Local is our host. Okay? You guys have
Yes, sir.
to get it turned on, guys. See, it's localhost. This one URI. I'm using the login form. This is the port. In google.com, we won't use port because it's not locally hosted and we'll not get to know which port it is. Server is getting through. Okay, now, in regards to remember how did we create username and password last time? You remember? I think one of the I think Pavitra only I remember. If you have forgot, what did we do? Username password we would have created in the previous time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this is my GitHub. Now simple books API automation. Now, since you guys have prepared for Selenium specifically, okay, you guys tell me how do I create a freestyle project? So you guys are not prepared. Shall I just start?
Yes, sir.
Not prepared? Okay.
So Jenkins not expert.
Okay. No issues. Okay. See here. I'll be asking questions anyhow. I'll be doing it. We have to click on new item. Okay. Before new item, we want to do something called configuration. Okay. We have to click on settings, click on tools. We have to make sure Java installation is there, which is our Java 25. And one more thing, what you do?
Last one, sir. Maven install, sir.
Sorry,
We
Maven.
have to go
Right?
below, sir.
Maven, if you click on Maven, it will say automatic install. Click on save. That's it. Maven and JDKs. Now, click on Jenkins. Click on new item. Okay.
Freestyle
So,
Pro.
freestyle project. Okay, good. We have to have a proper name. Let me give the same name. Wait. Simple Books API Automation. Freestyle project.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now imagine, guys, this is hosted in my machine. So my machine is a server. So whatever it is happening, no request is sending to my machine. Since my machine is hosting Jenkins, it is giving the response. Okay. So I have to open this job. So Jenkins give the response. Now, if you are working in a company, the company URL will be like this: uscircle.jenkins.com, something like this, slash run the job, some pipeline, slash simple books API automation. So this will be like the URL in the company. Okay. So this will be hosted by QA Circle server. But this is my localhost server. Localhost means local. Local, you understand it at least.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Means my local machine. Okay. See, ask doubts, ask questions. Okay. Be on spot. See, now you have asked like OTP, captcha. We started. Okay, let's explore it. Unless until guys ask questions. I think when I took the Jenkins one, I remember asking questions each and everything. Right. I think we had two projects we uploaded. Okay. It's very, very easy. Okay. Now we have to go to general. We have to make sure it is a Git. We have to add the repository URL. Okay. So what is the repository URL? Go to here,
Go.
HTTP, just add the repository URL. Okay. Now, here we have to give main. We don't have a master branch, right? Main branch. If you want to see here, see main branch. Okay. Go here. Now, one more thing which we have to add is build step, means what step we have to follow. How do you think it will work? So invoke top level Maven agents. Okay. As post goals, clean test or MVN test. Okay, click on save. Any doubts in that? What are an API automation? Configure. Any doubts in the configuration?
No, sir.
Okay.
Git we have to do, and below, can you scroll down, sir?
Okay. Click on save.
And
Once you click on, yeah, tell me.
no, sir. Build step and Git we have to only two things, no, sir, in configure.
So Git will take the repo link. You have to add MVN clean test or clean test. By default, it will take Maven, right? Because
Yes, sir.
Jenkins internally is taking Java, Maven. So just have to click on build now. Okay. Build will be scheduled. Now just open this, double click it. So now it has to connect, it has to get everything from Maven. It has to see May MVN clean test. It only took it. It has to download all the repos, all the repo links. See here, it will run everywhere. It will run. See. See, it's a success. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so let us see the reports. Okay. First, 1 second. I'll stop the share. One second. Okay, I did stop the share, right? So, now I want you guys to do the same in your Jenkins. I'll help you. Don't worry. Okay. Now, okay. Let me share the screen. I have to make. So now let me share the screen. Okay. Oh, nice. Our meeting also started. Okay, I'll say hide. So my screen is visible, right? Now, you have to go here to see the reports. So Jenkins also will have reports. Go here, program 86. There should be somewhere Jenkins here. It's not there. Okay. Maybe you have to go to user. Jenkins is here. Jenkins is here. But it is an installed one. Just wait a second. So usually users Jenkins clips. Jenkins. Right. So let me stop the share. 1 second, guys. 1 second, I'll just connect in a second. Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So you have to make sure that you have hidden item selected. Click on local C, program data. We have Jenkins. Go to .jenkins. Okay. We have to go to workspace. We have to add simple books API automation. Go to reports. Just now it generated C959. Double click on it. Okay. Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you want to see the logs, same thing, guys. Here. Logs, app.log. Okay. Click on OK. See the logs which are created. Okay. Now, since I've already explained you how to do the Jenkins job, you tell me how do I create REQRES automation?
So similarly settings, and then we have to give
Settings already is there, okay? But that's the first step. Now, you tell me how do I create a freestyle project?
new item,
Good, new item,
and we have to give a name.
name, okay? Let's give the same name, okay? So that we don't have any confusion. REQRES API automation, good. Freestyle project, click on
Okay.
OK. Okay, tell me what do I have to do here?
And then uh, here Git we have to choose.
Click on Git, repository URL,
Code. We have to copy the link,
copy, yes.
and we have to give a repository URL,
Repository URL, good.
and then scroll down, sir.
You have to
And
add which is the
main,
branch here,
we
okay?
have to make it
The
a
main
main.
branch. Okay.
Main.
Hmm.
And
What is the
then
next thing?
below, sir, Git build step we have to add,
Hmm.
and here invoke top level
Good. Goals.
may clean test.
Good. Click on save.
Say
Good. Chalo. Now what? How do I have done?
build now.
Well, now good. That's awesome, guys. Let's see. Let's see whether it fetches everything. See, it got success. Okay, just a second. I'll stop the share. I'll share the screen. Now let me share the screen. Okay. Now here you have to enable hidden items. It's already hidden by laptop itself, right? The whatever the system, the cache, the windows. Here you have to go to program data, Jenkins, .jenkins, workspace, REQRES, reports. Good. Yes. Any doubts? Good. Okay. I'll stop the share. Okay. Any one of you, please try to upload it. Okay. Any one of you can share the screen.
Okay, sir. I'll share.
If you remember the username and password, just try to add it. Okay. Let's see how well we'll do it.
Sir, I hope it is coming right.
Yes, your screen is visible. Oh, now it's not. You're mute.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Here, I'll
Yes, sir.
just back 1 second.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You don't have to add that. I'll give you the link.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
I'll
Sir,
give you the
can I take your own line, sir? I have
yeah,
your.
no. See, you have to take this link only. You don't have to add through a GitHub. Take this link only. Okay.
Sir, only two things here: JDK and maybe, and then say
Good. Good. Go on.
Mm. Sir, only clean test, right? That's it now.
That's it. That's it. Good. Doing good there. Run it.
Okay.
Let's see.
And then build now.
Build now. Good. Awesome. Open the build, which is one. One, double click on the one. So it will show you what and all it is doing in the internally. So you have to see the console output. Third one, left, third one. Yes.
Yes, sir. Done.
Awesome. Can we see the reports where it is? I just showed you, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So desktop,
And
try to, yeah, good.
here, Jenkins.
Click on view. Click on view. You have to click on view here. View. Click on view. Show or hidden items you have to show. Thank you. Oh, my call is over. Oh, man. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay, okay. You're not getting it? Okay, go.
No,
First,
sir.
you have to go to local C. As soon as you go to local C, not desktop, go to local C. Now, click on the program data, which is already hidden. It will be there somewhere, not program data, not program files, program data. Hidden items you have to show. Okay. Program data will be there. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Yeah, that's it. Correct. Here, Jenkins. Now,
Yes, sir.
you know where to
Dot
go.
Jenkins. Dot Jenkins and
Workspace.
logs.
No, 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 not this logs. So here's Jenkins specific log, but not the workspace. Yes. Go here. Yep. Good. So this is actually a workspace. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Good. We good. Now, any one of you can please try to add REQRES how Rajesh has done. Apart from Rajesh, Rahul, Dharni, Pavitra, anyone can share?
I couldn't share today, sir.
Okay, Pavitra, can you share? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Let's see. And guys, RQRS automation, my key might expire. Okay, RQRS, since we have already seen, if possible, you try to add your keys or you try to add unilocal. Okay, but for
RQRS
now,
tried said I generated one key actually.
you created one key. Good. You guys try to add key. This is the key which I created. So I'll just delete that key because it's created from the office account. Everything is done right. So you try to create your own keys. Okay, you're gone. You don't remember your password?
Yes, sir. Here somewhere I stored. 1 second, sir.
You can stop. Okay, sure. If you are stuck at
Yes, sir.
this point,
Username.
okay, good. 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 If you forgot, okay,
No, sir. It's not.
okay. If you forgot this, I
Mm.
think we have already seen. You have to delete the entire Jenkins. So
Oh,
you have to go. Sorry.
need to means again need to do, sir.
Again, you have to do if you have forgot. Okay, because it's an admin password. There is nowhere it's a localhost. Forgot password is not there because nothing we are entering as a mail account. Right? Mail will not be generated. So if you remember how to delete, you don't remember?
Yes, sir. It's done. I entered wrong mail ID. Sorry, password.
Good, no problem. Try to, okay, I'll give you the link of REQRS automation. Try to add this, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you the chat, the repo link. Try to add this. Okay. But before that, try to see everything is there. Or not. No, don't leave the call. Don't leave the call.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So what do you do, Pavitra? You know how to do now? You
First,
want
I
me to
need to create freestyle project.
Yeah, before that, did you add all the Java 25 and the Maven paths and all?
Yes, sir. It's there. Last time I did.
Good, good, awesome. You try to add a name. Any name is okay. Okay, good. Okay, people also use pipeline. Okay, but we'll use freestyle project. That is a frequently used in Jenkins. In pipeline, you have tried a Groovy script. That's also very simple. Amish.
Oh,
You have to go
job
back
is
again. Huh. What implementation product is there? You have to give some other name. Okay. Automation REQRES, something like that. We just try it. Hmm. Yes, click on OK. Awesome. Now, here and all, what I have to do? Just remember, Pavitra.
here. Git we need to select
Yes.
and repository URL.
Yes. The repo URL which I give.
This one.
Yes.
Next to credential advanced add repository. Then master.
You have so I have given master, but you see in the repository the master branch exists or not. Else it will say master branch doesn't exist. You see in the repo third tab top third tab of see which branch is this?
Main branch.
You have to give the same branch in Jenkins.
So main.
Yes. Good. Next. Yes, here is the other one. Build step. Now, this is very important because you guys remember we used to do right click test ng. Instead of that, always use command line because CI/CD also uses command line. Okay. Now, what you have to choose here, Pavitra?
Don't know, sir. I forgot.
Invoke
level.
top level Maven targets. Okay, last but 3.
Top level Maven target. Okay.
Goals you have to write. Clean test.
Clean test.
Clean space test.
What's sir?
Yeah, Rajesh will
Clean.
tell.
Clean. Space test.
Good. Awesome. That's it. Run this. Good. So see the build if it is launching or not.
Yes, sir.
Click on the one. Click on console output. That's it. So this is the console output which we see what exactly is happening. So it will clone the repo. Everything is happening, right? If you have to go doc Jenkins file, it will clone the repo from the main branch. It will run everything. It will download all the form.xml things. What on dependencies you gave, it will download everything. Now, in the real world also, when you go for projects, when you're using Jenkins, everything is similar. Only change is the URL. Instead of localhost, it will be company's name .jenkins.com or whatever the endpoint or whatever the host they have given, that host. Go ahead, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good also. No, let it complete. Let it complete. We'll see what are the failures you have. So there are no failures. Okay. You open the file where do you know where to go? So always remember, since it's a local host, our repository of Jenkins also will be saved in localhost.
Program file.
Program data, not program files.
Sorry.
Go back one level back. Yes, program data.
Program data.
Okay, this is the internal thing.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Jenkins. Logs, sir.
No. Workspace.
Workspace.
This is
Automation. REQRAS.
yes. Reports.
Reports.
Yes.
Double click.
Double click it. This is the report. Okay. Any doubts, guys, in the Jenkins? Any doubt in Jenkins?
Sir, one thing.
Yeah.
Like in Jenkins, there is like a batch run, is there, right? So this is only a batch run, like what we did.
So this is a batch. First batch. There is something called scheduled builds. Okay.
Correct. Scheduled build.
That is like, let's say on a weekend, if you want to run 10 times, you can schedule it. Okay. That also is there. But why do you want use, okay, if your host is laptop only, and why do you want to schedule it if on a weekend the laptop is not on?
Correct.
Because the local host is your host only, no?
Yes.
For example, if the server, if you're running qslkil.jenkins.com and if you're scheduling it for the backend on the weekend, Server is always on, right?
Yes.
So let's say you're going for a company. Okay. Thank you so much, Patra. You can stop the share.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let's say you're going for a weekend, and if you want to start google.com, it still works, right? On a weekend, on a weekday. So server is always on. These guys put servers everywhere, right? You just see where the Google server is, it will show the locations and also have crypto notions. So it's a local host, what we saw. So the host should be created by your system itself. Your system itself is server. If you have schedule and if you have, you should be able to switch it on your laptop, and you have to start the Jenkins. Okay. And you have to stop the Jenkins. If you switch your laptop, it automatically stops. If Jenkins is stopped, there is no point of scheduling. But if you want, we'll see the route clean session how to schedule the task. That's not an issue. But exactly to see at that time, we have to see how it goes. Okay, any more
Okay.
doubts?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, this Jenkins we can use for triggering the build and download APK and IPA builds also, right?
So in real life, see, everything nowadays is CI/CD. Okay, continuous integration, continuous development. Okay, what they expect you. So as soon as sprint ends, what do you mean by sprint? Sprint is nothing but, so you guys know agile methodology, agile, at
Yes,
least in
sir.
manual
Yes, sir.
testing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So automation expectation in the companies is n minus one. Means, let's say you, me, Pavitra, Dharni, and Rajesh are in the company. Okay. So I'm a developer. Me, Dharni, Pavitra is developer. Let's say Rajesh is tester. We three will develop one story. Story means one task. Rajesh will do manual testing in this sprint. Let's say sprint starts from 12th February to 24th February. Sprints usually it starts from 2 weeks only. 26th February. So in the 26th, after 26th February, sprint second will start. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the expectation of Rajesh is whatever he has done manual testing the first sprint, he has to create an automation script and he has to put everything in Jenkins. And he has to schedule the runs. Means it has to run on a weekend or it has to run on the time when morning hours. Okay, it has to run when the people are not using much. We have to schedule the runs. So the expectation always of the automation is n minus one. That is the purpose of CI/CD, continuous integration.
Yes.
Continuous. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So coming to your point of builds. Okay. So website actually builds doesn't matter, right? So whatever the latest version is, you just have to load it. Latest version will come. But build testing will matter for applications, mobile development. Let's say me, Pavitra, and Dharni have released WhatsApp version 5.6.2. Okay. And Rajesh is testing 5.6.1. Okay. Now, unless and until he goes to Play Store, installs a build, or if he puts automatic whatever, unless and until the version is there, he cannot test it. It will not be a real build.
No, sir.
Understanding? So release build is 5.6.2. V3 told Rajesh, yeah, WhatsApp 5.6.2 is released. Now you test it. He can't directly open the app test. He has to see the app. First launch WhatsApp, has to see the version, what version it is. That version should actually match with the testing version. Else, he has to go to Play Store and he has to download. Then he has to test that build. Then he has to do automation on that build. So that's a very big story. So that is, mobile testing is little different than UI and API testing. Okay, APIs will not have, okay, versions means same API with different data. Maybe one more API will be added, but your endpoint will be same. So UI, let's say Amazon.com. You open Amazon.com, whatever the version is, unless if you load it, the latest version will come automatically. You don't have to install any version. So Jenkins one will automatically work. Okay, Pavitra?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's why I have done mobile testing, I have done UI testing, I have done API testing, I have created AI frameworks, etc. Many things I've done. Okay. But UI and API are easy, very easy testing. So whenever developer says we have released something, they'll not release in a production version of the app. Production version of the app. Let's say if it is google.com. Okay, let me share the screen. How the production URL will be, how the staging URL will be. Okay. Let's say it's a google.com. Okay. So this is available for all the users, everyone in the world. Everyone in the world. Now, so if we three, me, Pavitra, Dharni are giving, we will tell Rajesh to test on this developer dot hyphen staging dot google.com. This will be the test URL. Means this is where our automation will test. We will never test the production version of the. When I say production, it is already available to the users. So users will not have an access to this develop staging google.com. Will never have an access unless and until you are an employee of Google. Testing everything happens here. Once Rajesh gives a clean check, okay, no bugs are there. We three will release this build version to google.com. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So our all testing will happen here on developer staging google.com. So our automation entirely URL will be this only, just like Orange HRM. This is our URL. Any more doubts? Shall we go
No,
to,
sir.
okay? I'll open my Eclipse parallelly. I'll explain the serialization, deserialization in very simple words. We'll see the program also. We'll see a Pojo class. Okay. And anyway, congratulations. We have completed API testing also. So now if you want, we'll have a revision, we have doubt clearing session, whatever. If you want, you can do it. That's not a big deal. Okay. Okay, let me open Eclipse. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. So any more doubts in API till now? API testing, whatever you have understood till now, what you have, any doubts? Let's say in Git, Jenkins or framework creation or manual testing or Postman, any doubts you have? Okay, now let me share the screen. So, okay, cell Eclipse is starting. So before that, let me open what exactly is serialization, deserialization. I'll explain in very, very simple terms. Is my screen. Okay. Paint. We don't need to do anything with this. Okay. Okay. Let me add a paint. What is serialization? Okay. What is serialization? What is deserialization? What do you think the name suggests? Is deserialization opposite of serialization? With just a
Yes,
name.
sir.
Understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you have understood that much, it's very easy. Now, let's say if you have created an object. Okay. Conversion of an object to a file or JSON file, whatever. For example, let's say like this. Let's say if I add an object user, what is happening? So user colon or equal to test. Now this is saved as this is saved as user.json. Okay, so now this is a file. User.json is file. Now I'm saving an object to file. If you guys remember how did we create JSON objects? If you remember yesterday's code, I'll show you the code also. So JSON object JS equal to new JSON object, and we to add JSON dot add or put key and value pair. So I'll just write user, I'll write test. Yes or no? Okay. Creation of an object to file is called serialization. So creation of JSON file or any file to object is deserialization. Understood? Yes, no. This is a
Yes,
trick
sir.
to understand. Okay. Now, here in serialization, we will use serialization class. That's it. Nothing else. We'll use something called Pojo class. We'll write in very simple method to understand. So API 1 we have already seen. Okay. So API will not discuss that much. Let me open here. So let's say something I'll take REQREs only. Okay. Here I'll create one simple class. This is not included in the project. Just for explanation, I'm doing. Okay. Package com dot serialize d serial. Okay. That's it. So other thing you have to understand is a Pojo class. Pojo. So this is okay, right? Let me go a little down. Pojo class. This also we have seen. You guys remember getters and setters? Getter, setters class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll just get a name of a student. We'll have a get name and then set name, etc. Okay. That is a Pojo file. But what exactly do you mean in Pojo file? If you're going for the definition, it is plain old Java. Wait. Hmm. That's it. Plain old Java file. Or it is plain old. That's it. So Pojo class will never have @test or any annotation, nothing. It will be plain old Pojo class. Okay. Let's see one simple plain old class. Well, guys, I'll take 10 to 20 minutes extra. Is that okay for you guys?
Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay, good. Chalo. So here I'll create one simple class. That class I'll just write it as student. Okay. Open, brother, open. Good. Or something like student. Click on finish. Okay. Now, this student class, let me open, have this serialization. Now, I will use implements. What is it? If I write implements, what exactly that it means?
Interface.
Interface.
Interface, but is it also inheritance concept?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So let me over it. It is a serializable class. If you go inside this, it's an interface. It has many things. See, okay, java.io. If it has interface serializable, and similarly, if we have serializable, nothing is there. What exactly it is telling? It is a java.io. So java.io package, many things are there. Okay, for example, put dot buffered input, buffered reader, char, everything is there. Okay. Now here we are going to create a, if I'm telling a serializable, what exactly I'm doing? I told you in just a second what exactly I'm doing.
Object to file.
Object to file. Okay. Now, first I'll create, it's not a serialized class, it's a Pojo class. Here I'll create an object. You see, I'll create an object. Now, you tell me if I want, I'll write something called private, static, final, serial version ID, something like that, equal to 1. That's it. Okay. Now, what is the error here? Just tell me what is the error. Simple error only. Come on, guys, you should identify what is the error. It's very, very easy.
Data type.
Good. See, private access modifier, static variable. Final means it cannot be changed. Data type should also always be there in Java. For JavaScript, it is not needed. Okay. So now I'll create two simple private method. So you remember private, why we'll use private name? Why we are using getters and setters on the first place? Sorry?
Encapsulation.
Encapsulation, but tell me in the simple terms. to access private variables. Okay, if you are doing inheritance, we can never access private variables, right? Unless and until you have getters and setters. Okay, so private, so it should be public string get name. Understood, guys? What is the issue here? So it's giving me an error.
Return type, it's a string, right? String.
Good. String. It should have a return type. So return type is name. Similarly, I will also have get age. And get age will be age. Even though this has even the private variables, you have to use getters and setters. It's an encapsulation. Private variables will never be inherited unless until you use getters and setters. Now, you tell me how do I create constructor which is parameterized and use string name int age. Tell me how to do it.
Instructor, it will be a class name only.
Good.
Student.
So does it have a return type?
No.
Good. So I'll use public, okay, because I want to use it. Good. So it is a public here, get name and set name. I'm using. Okay. String name, comma, int age. So this dot name equal to
Equals to name.
Okay, you can see the difference here. This is a global variable. This is a parameter. It's the same name. So when I say this object name, if you're creating an object of a class, it will reference this one. This name color will have a parameter. Understood? Yes? No?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Till this point, you understood, right?
Sir.
Okay. Now, if I want to create from an object Java file, we can just write public string and we create some user defined variable called toString. It should have a return type, return null. And here we'll write something called student name equal to name age equal to age. Okay, any doubts here? ToString is always needed when we are creating a method. ToString will make you convert to the object string. Okay, not the file. Here we are just returning a string here. This is not the file. Okay, JSON will look like this. It is converting JSON to string, but not a JSON one. So don't think about it as a JSON. Okay. Now, let us create first serialized example as serial. I'll just write serial example. Okay, the name is not correct. I'm just adding it for you understand. Now, you tell me if I want to take a student in the same package, do I have to inherit it?
Same package in the sense like we can extend and we can take.
No, that is inheritance, right? Same package. See, it's com.deserialize. You see this test also, same package. Com.base is a different package. That's why we have to extend it. See? We will extend it. If the tests are in same package, do we need to extend it?
No.
We don't have to. Okay. How I'll show you. Try catch. Exception E. Now, in catch, I'll create a student variable. Student S1 equal to new student. Now, what I'm doing here? You tell me.
Object key.
Creating object.
Created object. Okay. Okay. Now, it automatically took, understood? No? Okay. Public. Just I'm adding the indentation to make it look good. So it took the student. See, com.dselect.student, com.dselect.student took it. Did I inherit
Yes.
it? No. Did I inherit?
No.
No, sir.
No. If you're in same package, you don't have to inherit. Okay. Now, let me add student as Manju again. Between Manju age as 25 or 20. I don't know what is it. 26. I'm just writing. Now, object to 5. Okay. The object is here. This is the object. Okay. Now we have to convert this object to file. Okay. So I'll just write file output string. Right. I'll show you where exactly it uses also in real world. Okay. I think you have already seen, but I'll show you also. Output, but not exactly using a Pojo class, since I just added Pojo class to make sure you understand. Student.ser. So student.ser nothing but serialization file. So just forward to fileoutput.com. It should take this file. And whatever you add, it should write into object stream, file output stream. It's like file reader, file writer, but we're not actually adding, we're actually an object. So I have to use for file output stream, and I have to use object for object output stream. We have to add an object also. OJ equal to new object output stream of what? Where I have to add an object? I have to add to this file. That's it. Okay. Now I have created objects. I have to close it also. So OJ dot write object. Right. Dot write object. It should be there. Wait. Write object. And I have to use object which is S1. Understood? Till this point, you understood, guys? Any doubts? Okay. If you understood, then once you have created all the objects, you have to close all the objects also. So j.close and file.close to make sure the extra memory is not taken out. Okay. I'll just write this out, which is not a good practice, but still. Object created. Object serialized means object to file converted successfully. Exception E dot print status. Now, how do I run this file? How do I run this file?
Right click and run as test engine.
Test ng.
No,
Where is
sir.
No, this is
No.
Java file.
Run as Run as
Java
run.
application. Good. Okay. Object to file convert successfully. Now, if I just right click here, refresh, you can see student.serialize there. Now, it is SCR. It doesn't actually as a test file. It's not text file, but it is given text file. It is the serialization happened. Now, this is converted to file. Now, I have to convert file to object now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
good. It is exactly opposite, guys. So I'll take here. Wait. New class D serial example. Okay, click on finish. Now I'll take the same. Okay, from here to here, I'll take the same. Only thing we have to reverse the role. That's it. We are not bothered about student now for now. Instead of output stream, what I will write? Input. Do we have to read the object? We have to read the file? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So same thing we have to copy it here. And the file name will be same. So object output stream, object input stream.
Input.
Input. Good. Input object input stream. Now let me hover this over. Good. Over. Good. Now we don't have to write it. Here comes the part where it has to take student as an object. Now, see a student directly took S1 equal to in OJ object. Okay, object dot read the object instead of write object. Understood, guys? Read the object. That's it. So wait, let me comment this. Now it is saying something. See, we have to do the cast. Now, what kind of cast it is? You only have to understand. Higher data type to lower data type. Object add cast student. There we have written the object. Right. Here we have to read, but we have to convert to object from file, right? The object is that image student. So I have to do oj.close. I have to do file.close. Now I have to say the output also. I have to see in S1, if you remember, if you would have not given to string, no, this will not work properly. Okay. Since we have given this object, it will print properly. See. So file to object converted successfully. Now I have to print the object also. So sys out of S1. Okay. Let me run this. Run as the application. See, did it type properly? Again, file, whatever the file we have taken. File we have taken from there to converted. Yes or no? Any doubts in serialization, deserialization? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
okay. Let's see the real world example. Okay. Now, here, if I run this, what is this? What is the output? Serialization, deserialization.
Output it's a deserialization, sir. Like name, Manju, job, data.
Okay. See, creating object is create.
Serialization.
Serialization. So create test. So here we are creating user. Now, this is a serialization. update you forget. If you're getting the user, how where serialization happens, you see. Okay. If you want, I can just copy this. We can only see serialization example. Okay. Okay, in real life, what will happen? Right click, class, let's say DC, DSAR, something like that. Yeah. Finish. I'll just add it here. I'll just try DSAR, something like that. No? DSAR. Okay. Here I'll just write create user. Okay, where is DSAR? What is issue here? Yeah. Okay, got it 2 times the testing. Okay. Now, here we have created something here, no? Student.java. Right. Instead of okay, so let me just do clone. We can clone. Okay, let me just create one more class. We can paste. No, so let me copy. So let me paste it here. Okay, student. Okay, here I'm using student. So if you guys remember, how do I create? So creating, we are getting a payload Manju and developer, right? So it's a name, it's a job. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I rewrite name and job and can I give string? Okay. I'll just write here string. So I'm telling you how the real life works, serialization, deserialization. Job. Okay. So we also need a default constructor if we want, or else constructor will be created automatically. So what is the use? Add default serialization. I didn't know. Okay. So okay. Good. Okay, understood. If we are in the same this thing, we don't have to inherit. Okay, but base it, I will inherit. Okay, now here in the create test, I will use in the try user u1 user or what I did? Student, sorry, student, right? Student s1 equal to new student. So default constructor is not there. Okay, let's create default constructor. So we are creating object somewhere else, right? Let's say public default constructor, public student. Okay, nothing should be there. Now, so if we since we got this also, we'll write set name also. Right? Okay. Wait. Why do we need default constructor? You can directly call this one, no? Student. Manju, comma, Manju. Okay. Manju developer. Now, can I add in the body instead of create payload? Can add S1. Okay. Let's see only the create test. Okay. We'll see others later. We don't need this two. There should be an error. No? Oh, there is no error. Okay. So let me run this. I hope it works. Run as testing. So we D said we have tried, right? Okay. So it got passed. See, teaser dot class. So I'll run once again. See, serialization. We have used the same plain old Java object, plain old Java Pojo class. So creation of user happened. Yes or no? Run past one. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see deserialization. Now, for deserialization, now how we have to do? We have to convert. What do you do? We have to convert file
File
to
to
File to
object.
object.
Here the file is nothing but output, right? The response is an output. See javapath.getID. So this response is output. We'll use the same response, okay? Okay, now here what we'll do, we will write something called get user, okay? We'll just write get user, not update wala, get user, right? So get user, same thing. Here headers we don't have to forget to delete body. Forget to delete body.
No, sir.
no.
So here what you have tried get. Okay, you have tried get. So instead of ID, we'll just write 2. Okay. So 2 will always be there. Okay. No. So update responsive, then okay. 200 will be okay, but here we don't have to see the user and password. That's all right. We just need the status code. And also user got successfully. Something I'll write fetched. User fetched. That's it. User fetched. That's it. Okay. We have fetched the user. Wait for a second. Okay, nice. Okay, good. So here what is there? Now similarly how we have done, we have read, right? Similarly we'll write student S1 or S2 something. So what are the response we got? Updated response dot JSON path dot get object should be there. Okay, get object. Let's say I want entire object data dot student dot class. So if we run this, okay, let me open Postman. I'm just curious. Right? Let's see whether if we get 2, we'll get name and job or not. Okay, let's go for REQRES API test. So get specific user. So I think yeah, that's okay. Create a sending request. We need data. So in the data, we need ID and email. That's it, no? Get name and job. Okay. Name and job is not, that will fail here. We'll see an update user, no? Update user has name and job. Okay. Let's take update user only. So let's take we have to change a little bit of logic here. See, we'll take update user. Okay, update user only. Here, update user test. So we need body also, right? Wait. So body is nothing but what you have created in the above. So that is S1. But S1 is added here. S1 is created. S1 is created where? Here, no, okay, wait. Let me put S1 in before class, no? So it's not a global variable. Okay, nice. Okay, let me put. Can I put like this? Okay, so I put S1 here, updated, then, so we don't have to add it here. Okay, now here we'll do what? So if I just run it here, this is nothing but name and job. Name and job should come. Okay, now I will create something called student S2 equal to updated response dot JSON path dot get object of student dot class and data. Okay, this out. I want student, sorry, not student, S2 dot get name. Okay, and also I want S2 S2 dot get, sorry, S2 dot get job. Get age we had, wait. Did I change? Okay, get job. Okay. Now I have to put get. Okay. Let's see. Right click, run as test and test. Okay. One pass, one failure. Let's see what is the failure. Can I test out get name? S2 is null. Because we didn't have data there, right? Okay, let's go. Let's go. See here, we got Manju and developer. Go ahead, guys. From
Yes, sir.
file this is got an object. Yes, no? Serialization, deserialization, got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Any doubts in serialization, deserialization?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, already we have completed Jenkins. Okay, we'll stop the recording.